Fishing can be done in many different ways, depending on the species of fish, natural conditions and tools used. One of the most common methods is fishing, in which people use fishing rods, fishing lines and bait to attract fish. In addition, fishing with nets is also very effective, especially when wanting to catch many fish at the same time. The net can be dropped into a pond, lake or sea, and when the fish are caught, people just need to pull the net up. Another method is to use fish traps, such as rakes or nets, to collect fish in flowing water environments. However, when fishing, it is necessary to pay attention to regulations on protecting aquatic resources, avoiding overfishing and depleting natural fish stocks. In addition to the above methods, there are also techniques of catching fish with rakes or nets, especially in shallow water areas, such as rivers, streams or lakes. Fishermen can use large rakes to sweep across the water surface or river bottom, helping to collect fish quickly. With the net method, people will use nets to scoop up fish when they float near the water surface. A fairly common form of fishing in coastal areas is using fishing boats combined with trawl nets. Large boats will drop nets into deep sea areas, dragging along a large number of fish. This method requires high skills and must comply with the process of protecting aquatic resources, especially in controlling the size of the net and the number of fish caught to avoid overexploitation. In addition, modern technology also contributes to changing the way of fishing. Such as the use of fishing boats with GPS positioning systems, radar and advanced technologies to accurately determine the location of fish, helping to increase efficiency and reduce search time. However, these advances also pose a major challenge in maintaining a balance between exploitation and protection of the marine environment, requiring more sustainable management policies. In the current context, sustainable fishing has become a very important issue to ensure aquatic resources for future generations. Modern fishing methods, such as weight net fishing, deep-sea trawling or even electronic fishing, can have a negative impact on marine ecosystems if not strictly controlled. Nets with too small mesh can catch juvenile fish, reducing the reproductive capacity of fish species. Leading to a serious decline in fish numbers in the wild. To deal with this situation, many countries have implemented strict regulations on seasons, the size of fish allowed to be caught, and the number of fish per trip. Some areas also apply conservation methods, such as creating no-take zones or restricting fishing in areas where fish are spawning, to give them time to recover and grow. The restoration of fish populations can also be supported by aquaculture programs, which help replenish wild fish without depleting fishery resources. In addition, educating fishing communities about responsible fishing methods and developing environmentally friendly technologies such as reusable nets or nets that do not harm marine life are also necessary solutions. This not only helps protect resources but also creates a sustainable fishing economy, protecting the long-term interests of both fishermen and marine life to ensure sustainable fishing. In addition to measures to manage and protect natural resources, close coordination between state agencies, non-governmental organizations and fishing communities is also needed. The government can play an important role in promulgating and enforcing legal regulations on the protection of aquatic resources, including granting fishing licenses to fishermen, regulating prohibited or restricted fishing areas during the breeding season, as well as monitoring fishing activities to avoid violations. In addition to regulations, the participation of scientific and research organizations is needed to provide accurate data on the status of aquatic resources and effective fishing methods. These studies can help predict the growth or decline trends of fish species, thereby providing appropriate solutions for each specific sea area or ecosystem. In addition, fishermen also need to be equipped with knowledge and skills on safe, effective and environmentally friendly fishing methods. Organizing training courses, propaganda programs on aquatic resource protection and green fishing technologies will help fishermen realize the importance of protecting marine resources, not only for their economic benefits but also for the sustainable development of the fisheries industry. In recent years, aquaculture has also become an alternative solution to reduce pressure on wild fish stocks. However, aquaculture is not without challenges, as it requires water quality control procedures, feed and environmental protection measures. Only when aquaculture is done properly can it be an effective complementary solution to reducing wild fish exploitation. In short, sustainable fishing is not just a problem of one country or one fishing community but a global problem, requiring the cooperation of all stakeholders. Only when everyone is aware of the importance of protecting this resource and acts responsibly can we sustain aquatic resources for future generations. Moving forward, the application of new technologies and innovations to the fishing and aquaculture industries can make important strides in minimizing environmental impacts and optimizing resources. One notable direction is the development of smart monitoring systems, such as using underwater sensors or AI technology to monitor the status of fish and marine life in real time. These devices can help fishermen accurately identify fished waters, adjust fishing methods, and avoid catching juvenile fish or non-target species. In addition, information technology also plays an important role in improving the efficiency of aquatic resource management. Creating online platforms to share information about fish stocks, fishing regulations, and seasonal changes helps fishermen stay informed and comply with the rules, minimizing the negative impacts of lack of or inaccurate information. Another approach is to encourage and develop more environmentally friendly and less costly fishing methods, such as the use of large mesh nets that avoid catching juveniles and non-commercial species. These nets can help reduce bycatch, protect biodiversity, and keep fish populations sustainable. In addition, these fishing tools also contribute to protecting marine ecosystems, avoiding damage to coral reefs or the habitats of other marine animals. In the process of aquaculture, the application of sustainable farming models, such as closed-chain aquaculture, for example, fish farming combined with seaweed farming or other aquatic plants, is also becoming increasingly popular. This model not only reduces the use of industrial feed but also helps to minimize water pollution, improve the quality of the living environment for farmed species, and provide additional value from byproducts. Another important aspect is promoting the consumption of seafood products with sustainable certification. Certifications such as MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, or ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, are becoming more and more popular and are of interest to many consumers. These certifications ensure that seafood is harvested or farmed in a way that protects the environment and supports sustainable fishing communities. Creating a market for sustainable seafood products helps create incentives for fishermen and aquaculture businesses to take measures to protect marine resources. Finally, national participation and cooperation in the management of global fisheries resources is essential. Problems such as illegal, unreported and unregulated IUU fishing, or overexploitation of migratory fish species across different seas, can only be solved with close coordination between countries and international organizations. International agreements on marine protection, such as the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, or regional agreements on fisheries management, need to be strictly enforced to protect marine ecosystems and safeguard the long-term interests of the fisheries sector. In short, a sustainable fisheries sector requires not only the commitment of fishermen but also the cooperation of management agencies, communities and international organizations. Applying new technologies, building smart farming and fishing models, developing sustainable certifications, as well as strengthening international cooperation will help maintain precious marine resources and protect the life of marine ecosystems in the future. Continuing from there, promoting public awareness of protecting aquatic resources and using marine resources sustainably is an indispensable factor. One of the major challenges facing the fisheries industry today is the lack of awareness or incomplete understanding of the importance of responsible fishing among people and fishermen. Only when people understand the importance of protecting fish species and marine ecosystems, can they take appropriate and effective measures. Public education and propaganda campaigns about the serious consequences of overfishing, as well as the benefits of protecting and restoring fish populations, will help change perceptions. These programs can be implemented through the media, online courses, or even in fishing communities through workshops and face-to-face meetings. One of the important messages is to encourage the consumption of seafood with clear origins and certified sustainability, thereby creating motivation for fishermen and businesses to change their production methods. In addition, the application of new technological solutions to monitor and control fishing activities is also an important factor in maintaining sustainability. Some countries have applied satellite-based fishing vessel and fishing activity monitoring systems. Helping to promptly detect illegal, unreported and unregulated, IUU, fishing activities. These technologies not only help prevent illegal fishing but also help management agencies closely monitor areas at risk of declining fishery resources, thereby providing timely interventions. An important factor that cannot be overlooked is the role of non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and the international community in supporting countries in managing fishery resources. These organizations often carry out projects to protect the sea and improve fisheries management capacity for developing countries where fishing may not be strictly controlled. These organizations can also support the development of national policies, strategies and action plans on fishery resources protection, helping countries improve the effectiveness of marine resource management. In addition, circular economy models in the fishery industry are also becoming increasingly popular. In these models, aquaculture waste can be reused to produce energy or fertilizer, instead of being discharged into the environment, contributing to reducing water pollution and protecting marine ecosystems. These models not only bring environmental benefits but also create high economic value, while helping to reduce costs and increase efficiency in the aquaculture industry. Finally, One of the key factors for sustainable aquaculture development is the application